Spider-Man Brand New Day just might be the biggest movie ever at the box office, but is it the best movie ever at the box office, at least superhero-wise? And on that note, is it even the best Spider-Man movie ever? Today, we'll dive deep and tell you what we think about where this film ranks, not financially, but in the pantheon of great superhero films. All right, is Spider-Man Brand New Day the best superhero film of all time, or where does it land in the pantheon of great superhero films? So let's just go through this, guys. Let's start off with The Incredibles, all right? A lot of people say The Incredibles is the best superhero film of all time. It's a cartoon animated thing from Pixar. Is Spider-Man Brand New Day better than The Incredibles? I say, yeah. Ron?
Yeah.
Everybody on board with that? Okay. Batman Begins, some people say, is the best superhero film of all time. Of course, it's the first of the Christopher Nolan films. Spider-Man Brand New Day, is it better than Batman Begins?
Yes, and I love Batman Begins, but Batman Begins loses points for the I'm not gonna kill you, but I don't have to save you.
Yep, I agree. But it edges out Batman Begins. Let's put Dark Knight aside for a minute, okay? Captain America Civil War. Many people say Captain America Civil War is the best superhero film of all time. I'm telling you, I had a better time watching this one than Captain America Civil War, and I think this one deals with bigger issues than that one. Your thoughts?
It's close, but I think it might be.
There are two better Captain America movies than that one.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Yeah. If you bring up Winter Soldier, then we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, on purpose, I'm holding movies like that to. You know how that goes. Ron, is it better than Civil War?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better than Civil War. But for me, yeah, it's better than Civil War. I
think it's better than all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and I give like first Guardians a 9 out of 10. I mean, I love the first Guardians movie.
Yeah, Karen Gillan
Nebula
is the star of those movies.
Yep. Mantis is really good too in the second one. But I think it's better than all the Guardians movies. Yeah. Is there a Spider-Man movie that is better than this one? Because I actually think it's better than No Way Home, and I love No Way Home.
Oh, yeah, No Way Home is like, I love No Way Home.
I do too.
This is the best of all Tom's movies.
Yeah, it probably is, just because it is the most Spider-Man of them all.
Yeah, it is.
And you would have never convinced me going in that this would beat No Way Home. I thought that was the pinnacle. There's no way you can beat it. You just can't. It's like a 30-year buildup. And so for me to come out of the theater and say it's better than No Way Home, I mean, I was shocked. I was shocked what I was seeing. I thought, I can't believe this. Okay. The Dark Knight. Dark Knight takes on the idea of the surveillance state and has a villain that is full-blown anarchist. It's a great film. Tremendous film. Great acting. I actually think this is a better superhero film than The Dark Knight.
It's a better superhero film than The Dark Knight because The Dark Knight's not a superhero film.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with you on that. And that's because Christopher Nolan grounds things so tightly.
You know what? Thank you.
And the Joker didn't find anything funny.
Right.
And by the way, thank you for that out, Marv. You gave me an out on that, so thank you.
So
you didn't have to say it.
So what do you think? Is this a better movie, than The Dark Knight?
Is it a better film?
Whoa.
Or is it a better superhero film?
Better film.
No.
Culture?
Yeah, no. Dark Knight was almost a perfect movie.
Ron?
It's hard for me because I like the lesson, the moral lessons of this movie better than The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight's a great movie though. So Heath Ledger knocked it out of the park.
Let me toss it to you this way. I think the reason this movie is better than Dark Knight is because The Dark Knight intentionally is a very dark film, obviously. Spider-Man Brand New Day gives us something worth fighting for. And this was my big criticism of The Odyssey, which we won't bring up in this because it's not a superhero film, although it might be the first superhero story of all time. So maybe it is appropriate. But Spider-Man Brand New Day gives us the beautiful things in humanity that Peter Parker is striving for. We want him to win because we can embody him in this film. Like, we know the beautiful things in our lives that he is missing and that he is striving for. And in The Dark Knight, I don't think we get, it's so dark, we don't get some of that beauty. We don't get some of that stuff that, okay, tell me why.
No, because in the end, I actually love the end of The Dark Knight. When
I do too.
He needs to continue to give the people hope, and he needs to give the people faith in good, and they cannot know that Harvey Dent became what he became. And so he himself has to become the villain. He has to become the thing that goes bump in the night again, because he's not a hero. He's what Gotham needs. That to me is a powerful thing. And that really, it spoke to the importance of hope, the importance of belief, and the importance of not having those hopes smashed in front of you. The Joker's ultimate victory was not to kill Batman atop a, skeletal building or whatever. It was to break Gotham's spirit. It was whether or not they watched, one boat blow the other boat up, or whether they watched Harvey Dent become a raving sociopath. Because it just shows you that there is no white knight, there is no perfect person, and Bruce Wayne had to stop him in that way, and the only way he could do it was to, basically give up everything.
Is it surprising to you guys that we're actually talking though about Spider-Man: Brand New Day and Dark Knight? We're actually talking about this after did you guys have any idea going into the theater that we would be coming out saying, which one's better? That we would get to this point?
No.
So let me ask you this then. All the Avengers movies. Is it better than all the Avengers movies? Is there an Avengers movie that's better than this?
Infinity War is better than this.
Okay, you think Infinity War is better?
Yes. I think I think Infinity War and Endgame together make one truly amazing movie. But I think Infinity War on its own is it's so fascinating because the villain is the main character. The villain is the protagonist. I love I think Infinity War does a masterful job of weaving together, over a dozen different hero characters and still manages to create heart-pumping action. And the way Infinity War ends is jarring. And then with Endgame drags. It's too long. I think Endgame by itself is not better than this, but Endgame, the fascinating thing about Endgame is you can actually see the point where the MCU hits its peak and the point where it starts to fall back down to earth.
Where the women scene happens.
Yes, because the moment where Steve Rogers catches Mjolnir is
the peak.
That's the tippy top of where the MCU got to. And then She's Got Help was where it just starts crashing down.
Yeah. Wow. That was awful.
Okay.
When Thanos headbutts Captain Marvel and she doesn't move, that's when we know we're starting to get into the weeds here.
So, spoiler alert, and this is actually why I did not enjoy Infinity War as much as many people did. There's a spoiler in this movie where they basically bring my criticism.
Yep.
I used to say this. So there's a question in the movie where they say, "Excuse me, if the Thanos guy had his glove and could wipe out half of everybody in the universe, why didn't he just use it to make twice as much food?" And I was like, "That's what I asked like 5-6 years ago. Was, well, can't you just make more like worlds or planets or sustenance?
If you make more food, then the authoritarian governments will just take it all and decide who gets it.
I guess maybe. Maybe. Okay, so
I actually like the Avengers, the first one, better than
all the rest.
What I mean by that is
it's cool to see these characters together. Movie. I never thought it was a good movie.
It's rewatchable for me. I don't know why, but I just find it the most rewatchable. I don't know, and I wish
you
I
just love the Chitauri. Just be honest.
I of course the mothership falling.
All right. What about
some of the plots I don't like? But
what about Winter Soldier?
Man, it's not better than Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier's
it's my favorite MCU movie.
Winter Soldier shows you a man who sees everything he has ever believed and dedicated himself to and fought for turned into a lie, and he still manages to keep that heroic center at the end of it. And he's still and it has friendship at the end of it. He's willing to give it all up for his friend. I'm with you till the end of the line, pal. I mean, like, Winter Soldier is I think the quintessentially perfect, like, non-Avengers wise, it's the quintessentially perfect Marvel movie.
It gives you a reason to love Captain America in a way that you already loved him because the first one was brilliant.
Is this why the MCU is stuck? Is this why? Because they refuse to just say Chris Evans has portrayed this Captain America that people love. Give them Captain America. They refuse, and instead we've got Captain Shirt Pants. Is that why? Is that the difference in what we have with Sony and how they're handling Spider-Man, and Disney MCU and how they're handling their superheroes?
They're allergic to good, honest men, masculine men, hardworking men. The Marvel's allergic to that. Sony leaned into it.
10-4. Any other superhero films? I guess we could lump the Odyssey in, but the Odyssey is just nothing compared to this. So, but it is based on the first superhero story in humanity. But I mean, the Odyssey is nothing compared to this movie.
You're forgetting the best superhero movie of all time. I don't know how you forgot the original Howard the Duck.
Ron, I told you to stop sending Leah Thompson messages. You have to stop writing her letters.
Somebody in the chat mentioned it. Somebody in the chat mentioned the greatest superhero movie of all time, 1978's Superman.
It's better. Spider-Man Brand New Day is better. I mean, for its time, Superman is a great movie, but it's like Batman 1989. For its time, it's a good movie, but watching it today versus Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to be nowhere close. Just nowhere close. But they have their place in history, and so we love them for it, right? All right. Any other thoughts, guys? I think the audience has an idea of where we would place this. Of course, I think it's up there. It's up there, at least in the top 3, maybe number 1. You guys would put it maybe at number 4, number 5. But it's out of all the superhero films we've ever had, which I bet would be 100. Phooey, we forgot one, guys. Supergirl. We didn't include Supergirl on the list. What were we thinking?
Most people didn't see it, and those who did forgot about it the second they walked out of the theater. Well, but if you want, you can go see it now on digital.
That's probably why we forgot about it, too.
Oh, yeah. Can't believe I made it. This thing is great. And now I have my own emoji on WDW Pro's channel.
Right? Hey, everyone's been wanting me for, ever. But just remember, you're like a pity vote.
Thanks.
By the way, do you want me to turn on the bubbles?
They are on. Aren't they?